Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mattel Jurassic World Legacy Collection review. Today we're taking a look at another one of the big boys there, Mamenchisaurus. What a time to be a collector. Mattel has consistently released large sauropod figures. It's something we've always wanted since Jurassic Park came out. Mattel's been really good at giving us these gigantic figures that kill every inch of shelf space that we have. Now, this figure is part of the Legacy Collection, so if you're in the US, it is a Target exclusive. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to order one online. I think it retails for around 65 bucks. So let's pop the camera off the tripod and take a closer look at the beautiful box art on this package. We have two Mamenchisaurus on the package. Now this dinosaur made its debut in a very, very brief appearance during the Stampede scene in the Lost World. We get the Jurassic World Legacy Collection logo down here, and then we have the dimensions of this figure. It's long, it's largo, it's day long, it's longo. It is a massive 49-inch figure. Absolutely love it. And let's spin the box around. We got the tail of the Mamenchisaurus going around the side of the package, and then on the other side of the box, trying to juggle my camera one-handed. Let's flip it up. We have the same box art just going in a different direction here. So yeah, the box art on these large sauropod figures is always fantastic. So let's crack this thing open and throw this large beast up on the review table. And after that quick assembly, here's the Mamenchisaurus, and this thing is another massive sauropod from Mattel. No clue where I'm going to put this thing in my display room. The only two I think I have in there is the Legacy Collection, the Panosaurus, and Hammond Collection Brachiosaurus. But yeah, this thing is incredible. Obviously, I can't do my normal turntable because this thing is just taking up my whole entire review desk. So I'm going to just do the measurements now and get that out of the way. I can't really follow my normal flow of reviews because of the size of this figure. So this figure, from the length of the neck to the tip of the tail, is 51 inches long, or 130 centimeters. And to the top of the head, it is 24 inches tall, or 61 centimeters. So Mamenchisaurus in real life, there's a bunch of different species of this sauropod, between 50 to 116 feet long, or 15 to 35 meters. So I put this figure somewhere in the 111 to the 127 scale range. I think the ones in the Lost World they look like they're about 100 feet long on camera, so they probably around that 118, 120 scale range. So let's start at the head of this figure. I'm sorry for the shadow, just my studio lights are not that high. I can't really reach the top of this figure, but you see it has a really nicely sculpted head. Nostrils are on the top of the head, which gives it that, old school retro dino feel. Sauropod nostrils are most likely closer to the end of the snout. You get the ear canal sculpted in right here. Eyes are a nice orange color with a black pupil. It's a very, very nice eye detail in here. The lower jaw is, I'm trying to do this all one-handed, is cast in white plastic. You can see that jaw articulation. You got the teeth and gums all nicely sculpted in there. The mouth can close completely flush, and you do have rotation and up and down movement on that head joint, going down to the absolutely massively long neck on this figure. Mamenchisaurus had one of the longest necks of any known animal to exist. Really nice natural color pattern all over the body of this figure. Nice browns, light browns and dark browns. Just have a nice striping pattern. You have a nice white cream coat for the underside of the neck. You do have another articulation joint right here on the neck, and there's a big hinge joint on the base of the neck, which allows some downward. While I cannot do this one-handed, we'll get back to that one a little bit later on. And then going down to the body, it has that typical, Jurassic sauropod look with those elephant folds and wrinkles. You do have some scale detail on the legs, and then going to the knees, you get some nice details around the kneecap, and a very thick, muscular looking body. Mamenchisaurus probably a little bit leaner looking in real life. And then going down to the tail with this very long tail with a nice curve at the end. It's just such a pain to review these figures. So I'm just going to remount my camera, and we're going to go over the articulation a little bit more. Now, getting back to that neck joint, you can go up about that far, and you can go down all the way, and that just makes the neck swing out really, really far. It's pretty much going to hit the drawer next to my review table. And then for the front legs, you get forwards and backwards movement, a nice, clicky ratchet joint in the back of there, keep these legs in their neutral position, and then going down to the hind legs, you get backwards and forwards, move about that far, and you get no pivot on that back leg like some of the Mattel figures. And then going down to the tails, everything lined up, because I'm not looking at my camera when I'm doing this. You get up, down, and just up and down movement on this joint. No side-to-side movement. And then on that tail base right here, you do get a little bit of movement, but it's really, really tight near that midpoint of the tail. So you can get some decent poses on this massive figure. Just going to put some work into it. And let's do the scan code for those of you who want to scan this into the Fax app. Now moving on with comparisons, here it is with the Lost World Sarah Harding. And I know the big question on a lot of people's mind is, can a motorcycle fit underneath this figure, to recreate that scene? So here is the motorcycle right here, and let's get it underneath the Mamenchisaurus. And yeah, it is a nice fit. You definitely, let's get the camera off so you can see the clearance on there. You can definitely recreate that scene from the Lost World easily with the motorcycle and mercenary. And let's do a couple Lost World comparisons. I'm just trying to get this thing a little bit more situated on camera. It is such a pain with this figure. So here it is with the InGen capture vehicle. And let's do a couple Hammond Collection figures. Here it is with the Parasaurolophus and Pachycephalosaurus. You can just see this figure absolutely dwarfs pretty much everything in the line except the other large sauropods. And next up, here it is with Mattel's pitiful excuse for a Buck Rex. We really need a Hammond Collection Buck Rex. Don't get me started on that Jurassic Park crowdfunding debacle. The Buck Rex gets no respect from Mattel. And here it is with the Hammond Collection T-Rex. And lastly, here it is with the Hammond Collection Brachiosaurus. The Brachiosaurus is just like a couple inch taller than the Mamenchisaurus. But yeah, Mattel's just absolutely killing it with their large sauropods. And I hope they definitely give us more. We definitely need a Jurassic Park 3 Brachiosaurus. Would love to see the Hammond Collection one repainted in that color. That has definitely been high on my list for a very, very long time. So final thoughts on Mattel's Mamenchisaurus. Definitely a species I never expected them to do. I just didn't think it got enough screen time from the warrant to make it a figure this size, but here they are, and they did it, and I'm so happy for it. It's just a really big, fun figure. The only downside with these sauropod figures is, where are you going to put it? I think we're up to, 4 or 5 now of these behemoths in our collection, but, the low price point, they've been ranging around $50 to $65. They're definitely worth it. We've always wanted toys like this, and Mattel just keeps delivering with them. This is, I've had my, issues with some of their products, but, when it comes to the Lost Sauropods, this is why I'm happy Mattel has the Jurassic license, because a lot of companies would not take the chance and make figures this big. So that will do it for the review. Like I said, beginning the review, you can order this from Target's website. Link is down below in the description. I got a ton of stuff in this week. I just got the new Hammond Collection Stegosaurus, T-Rex, Reborn Sarcosuchus just came in, and I got a couple other things. So yeah, I got a lot of reviews that will be pop up in the channel the next week or so. So stay tuned for all that. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.